How's it going, guys? Welcome back to this beautiful series. I am so happy to have it back. As you may have known, if you follow my Twitter, I can't remember if I mentioned it in the last episode. That was a very long time ago. For those who are binge watching, it's just about 5 seconds ago. But anyway, we took probably a couple months off this series because I kind of lagged it out. I'm not too generous when it comes to me keeping up my packs, you know, like stuff like these stairs. These are custom, you know, chisels and bits stairs. That doesn't help things. This house is custom. We got like all these particle effects that happen in here, especially when I put in the growth accelerators. And then the epic mob farm down there is definitely not, you know, internal server friendly. So, you know, yeah, it happens, especially when you're running the game on 8 gigs of RAM. But luckily, over Christmas, I received some RAM. So I am up to 16 gigs now, and hopefully in the future, or near future, I'll be up to 32. And then we should never have problems again running any mod pack for that matter. But with that said, I already recorded this episode once. I've been having some problems with OBS and this game. It does not like it when I have it in full window, for whatever reason. So you may notice that the screen is a little distorted for you. That's because I have it windowed, but I also have it moved on OBS so that you don't see like this white bar across the top. I'm trying to keep the picture a little better for you, but it also may look a little wonky on the bottom, and I'm sorry about that. But there's nothing really I can do to help you there, but we'll just have to go with it. So I'm gonna go through, showcase what we did, or what I did without you, apparently. We went ahead and made this ultimate furnace. This thing is freaking sweet. So if we check this out, let's just go ahead, like, let's do some nickel, right? Let's just make a bunch of nickel ore here. Chunks, of course. So we'll go like that. Take a bunch of that. All of it, apparently. If we throw all of this in there, you'll notice how fast it is, and it is amazing. Like, you won't even notice that it's coming in and out, but yeah, that's pretty sweet. And I am loving that. I think it's so cool. So that's going to help out tremendously. I think I did a live stream, by the way. Don't know if anybody here caught that. We just did a few things. I struggled really hard with environmental tech. With the whole basalt thing. If anybody's played this pack, you'll know that in environmental tech, you'll know that there are different structure blocks. Like right here, you have basalt structure block. Well, when it told me in the book that I needed structure blocks, I just went with the first thing I knew or saw. So basalt. Well, you need a void resource miner for that, right? Well, to get the void resource miner, you need structure blocks. So I was like stuck between this for like an hour, and I eventually gave up on the stream. I shouldn't have, but I did. But later on in the day, I came back with a clear head, and you know, started looking through. There are these structure blocks that are hardened stone, and there's the recipe for it. I mean, super simple. And we, you know, because I was trying to use the stream to prep for this episode. So we got everything together there. It was a good time. I had a couple people out, had some good chats, so it was cool. What else did we do? We got that done. I do have a tier 3 solar panel. We will be working towards tier 4 slowly. I do need to up my my production of wither bosses. So I do have the production of the skulls going. If we look at wither essence, I do have 2 plants that are making, you know, this essence here, but it does come slowly. You know, there's only 3. That's 1 boss, and I think I need like 80, like 85 or like 81, I think it is, nether stars to make the tier 4. So it's gonna be a little while. I'm gonna have to go back to the end and or not the end. I'll have to go back to the nether and get a bunch of chunks. It takes a while to get 4 withered chunks to make 1 seed. So it takes a little bit, but I will do it. I want at least 5. I think that should be enough. We did also go ahead create a tier 2 void resource miner. The only reason we did this is because we need mica. And the only way to get mica is from this. And the go to tier 3 requires mica. And also with other stuff like the upgrades that go along with all these machines also require that. So that's where we are at. Sorry if that was a little jumbled. I just tried to fit everything that we just did in the past half hour into that 5-minute segment there. So where we are at is I need to run power. So we need some conduit. I have some. I need a lot more than that. So if we come down here, let's look up some conduit. That should be enough. Maybe, we'll see. Let me run that and I'll be back with you. Okay, so we are pumping this with some power. Next question is, can I use our acceleration wand on this? Alright, so we got a couple things in here. Should be pretty obvious. If it's working or not, we'll just blow through a couple levels here and we'll see. Oh yeah, that definitely works. But is it worth it? I mean, we haven't even gotten 1 mica. But I mean, I do have plenty of levels. So here's a weird thing. I don't know if any of you guys, how much you guys play this or how much you guys are, everybody knows different things. So I quit out of the game. I just went back to the main menu and just to check my OBS, all that kind of stuff, make sure it recorded when I found out it didn't. But then I came back and I had items that weren't in my inventory. Like I got them yesterday. Like it was like my inventory was reset. Like I made this magnetizing ring during like the recording, and then I didn't have it when I came back in. It was really weird. The whole thing, this whole situation is really weird to me. But I don't know if you guys have a answer to that. So if any of you do, let me know in the comments. I'd be very grateful to know. And like I had like 300 levels when I left. Don't know what happened to those. I had them in my inventory, so that was pretty weird too. So I'll have to turn that on for 5 minutes to get 300 levels. No big deal. So we can go ahead. I'm gonna sit here for a while. I'm gonna use up these 30 levels, try to get some mica, and I'll be back with you. Alright, so we got 2 mica. It didn't take very long, especially with using this acceleration wand. Oh, mica's kind of transparent. That's kind of cool. So if we look at our, I just had it up, tier 3, because I want to get up to tier 4 resource miner here. It's kind of simple. It takes two of these. Let's actually just look up void resource miner. So we have a tier 2, right, which takes 3 tier 1s. Then the tier 2 or tier 3 takes 2 tier 2s, and then 2 tier 3s for the tier 4 with 4 nether stars, which is easy. Maybe I should wait it out, get 1 more mica, because these stabilized ender pearls are easy. So I have everything except for the mica, and maybe something in here. Doubt it though. But I will go ahead, get that 1 more mica in here, and then we can be able to like push on to tier 4. Oh, I love this acceleration wand. It's so nice. I mean, and I can't believe how cheap it was either. I mean, it wasn't like technically super cheap, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it is. They did nerf it quite a bit, but I mean, come on. It's a wand core and some bone meal. Super simple. As long as you have a mob farm to get the the XP, it's so worth it. Especially like if you need like a certain crop, especially like the mystical crops like this, because bone meal and stuff like that doesn't work on them. It's super nice that you can just kind of come up and just do that if I had some experience. Super nice. Recommend it 100%. 10 out of 10. Would build again. If we move on to, what is it? Void Resource Miner. We need alright, so we're gonna work for the tier 3. So we have one tier 2. So I need to go ahead, do a lot of crafting. I'll kind of clip it in a little bit so you see me doing some of the crafting, but we'll be back. Okay, so I have everything to make the tier 4, but we're gonna have to wait again for nether stars. I do have 4 nether stars, but I don't have enough to make all of those structure blocks. So if we look, it's expensive, especially when you need like 80 to make the structure. So again, the same problem that, or the same roadblock, I should say, that we are at with the solar panels is the same roadblock that we are going to be having on the Void Resource Miner and the regular Resource Miner. So we are going to be sticking to a tier 3. I will have this as a backup, or ready to go, I should say, when we are ready. So this is the tier 3. This should help us quite a bit. I'm going to tear this down, gather the stuff that we need to build it bigger, and I'll pull you back for the assembly process. Okay, so I found out what we're doing next episode. We're going to do some a lot of enchanting, that's for sure. That took me a really long time to get all those diamonds there, but that's okay. I got them all. Just took some time to sift. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining. I have a really good sifting setup over there, so it's not terrible, but could be better, and we are at the point to where it should be better. So here's the tier 3. So let's go ahead, get this all built up. It's actually a lot bigger than the tier 2. There we go, multi-block complete. We'll have to reroute this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now I think we need to clear some of this out or make it bigger, one or the other. Should make it so that it goes directly into our storage system, which is not too bad. I just have to run a little line over and we should be all set. I have one way over here. Maybe I guess I should run it. I was thinking maybe I could just put a wireless node over there, but I'll run a cable over there. So I think that is the next step. So let's go ahead, grab some cable, because I do want all this to be automatically inputted. I don't want to have to empty a chest every time, that's for sure. Let's go ahead, throw all that in, and plus we're going to be waiting for some mica. I do want to get quite a bit, or I want to get a lot of the upgrades in. So that's kind of what we're shooting for right now. I want to do that before we build that. And I might end the episode because I have been playing for a while. I've been recording for about 2 hours now. So this is becoming a very long episode. I was hoping to get it all done, but there was a couple snags like diamonds, the not recording, stuff like that. Well guys, there we go. It wasn't a full episode, but it was a good episode. You didn't really get to see me make the tier 3 solar field, but that's okay. It wasn't too interesting. But then we made this. We're up to tier 3 on our Void Resource, our Void Resource Miner. And then next episode we're gonna be moving up to make a tier 3 ore resource miner, and then hopefully maybe going to the end. Yeah, I made an end cake. So we got to go do that because I need some better solar panels. Well, I don't need, everything's a want, but it would be kind of cool to move up to tier 7 solar panels. I'm able to make tier 6 fairly easily. Another thing on the bucket list is enchanting all of these sieves, because that is limiting me quite a bit. because my field isn't keeping up, especially when I need like 30 blocks of diamond an episode. So we're going to be fixing that. It's all added to the list. Next episode might be a little everywhere, but I hope that you are there to join me, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I hope that you're as excited to have this game back as I am. But until next time, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.